Hey, it's a brand new month, which means we've got a new comic block in our hands. Now, Comic Block's one of the numerous geeky services out there. This one delivers a box of goodies. Well, that's pretty much comic related to your doorstep. It's done by Nerd Block, so there's tons of different versions of Nerd Block out there. There's sci-fi stuff, there's video game stuff, there's comic one, and there's kind of the Nerd Block Classic. So we're going to open this up, we're going to show off what's inside so you can see what you get. Now, normally with these sort of boxes, you don't necessarily know exactly what everything is going to be in there. It's kind of all over the place. They give you some ideas as to possibly some of the items, but not all of the items. So we're going to open this up and show it off. We've kind of generally known some of like the comic properties that have been in there, in here, but we don't know how the specifics exactly how that's all going to work. So let's go through and see what the box has inside. First thing that actually kind of jumps out to me is this. Nerd Block is doing their own magazine. It's the Nerd Block Magazine January 2017 comic edition, which I imagine will go through all the items inside and show off some other stuff. Now, this is the type of thing that we see in a few of different boxes. They have magazines inside that have Q's and A's and stuff like that. Normally, Nerd Block has just kind of done a sheet that's got all the items in there. But it looks like they're learning from the competitors and adding some extra stuff. So, let's go with a t-shirt. This is kind of a cool one. It says, "Greetings, comrade," with Colossus on it. It is X-Men Colossus t-shirt, an exclusive to this block. We'd be able to resist using your superpowers when you transform into a mega strong mutant. So only one way to find out. Try this X-Men item on for size. Now, it still has the issue that I've got with all the Nerd Block stuff, or at least a lot of it. It's got the nerdblock.com URL in the little corner. I really wish they didn't do that. I think it's distracting and just doesn't look good on the t-shirt. I'd rather have just the design and not necessarily be advertising Nerd Block. I actually would probably be more okay with it saying like Nerd Block or Comic Block on the sleeve than that stupid little URL. I just think the URL is idiotic. Overall design, not that bad. I think there's some fun with it. The red's pretty nice. You don't get too many red shirts. The design is pretty solid, and I particularly like the Greenies Comrade. I find that a little humorous. So far, the t-shirt's actually pretty solid. Now, this started last month. We've got the second of the little DC Comic Bombshell vinyl figure. Collect all 12. So, bring a killer touch with the flair of 1940s pinup is the DC Comics Poison Ivy little bombshell is Vixen's Touch's ticking time bomb that will have deadly repercussions if you aren't careful. Keep her stowed away in her container just to be safe. This is an exclusive, and to show off what she looks like, there you go. I'm not going to open it up. Last month, I believe it was like Harley Quinn or Catwoman or whatever that, and I think next month there's another one. So if you want the little bombshells, you kind of need to subscribe to get them. With that, it's not the only Poison Ivy item. We do have this Poison Ivy from W. Scott Forbes. Gotham's Green Vixen may look harmless from afar, but don't let her your guard down up close. She'll profess her love and seal the deal with a poisonous kiss. Check out this art print concept by W. Scott Forbes. Final version will be revealed in the block, but this is pretty close. The one they actually have in the book is slightly different than what's in here, which is actually kind of interesting. Kind of prefer this one a little bit more than this one, but it is what it is. With prints, I generally don't like them. I think they're just, printed paper that's supposed to look fancy. You could do this at home if you've got a decent enough printer, or go to Kinko's or FedEx or whatever to do it. So generally prints, I'm not the biggest fan of, sorry. Alright, we do have some comics. Comic Block does have comics in them, so that's good. Alright, so we've got 3 comics. First up, we've got Red Sonja #1. The She-Devil with the sword is back. Sonja is set out to pay back a blood debt to the one man she holds in high regard. Follow Crimson Beauty's chain events in this Red Sonja #1 comic. The variant cover by Jeff Decol, by Amy Chu, Carlos Gomez. I think this is like the 4th volume of Red Sonja that we've seen by Dynamite Entertainment. Exclusive covers are always a good thing. I like exclusive covers, so I'm a fan of that. This one's actually pretty awesome. Very, yeah, we'll save the awesome one for last. Alright, next we've got Call, the Chronicles of a Galactic Emperor, #1 from Titan Comics. Another exclusive. When war breaks out on a dismal planet ship in the middle of the galaxy, will Call, a Galactic Emperor, be able to maintain leadership of the humans? Read on to find out. It features a variant cover by John McCrea. I haven't read this one. I also haven't read Sonja, so I'm not really giving my opinion about the comics themselves. The concept sounded really cool. I just haven't gotten around to reading it. The second issue was out last week. So, you know, if you're interested in it, you can still get probably the second issue you can find on your shelves. So this is a pretty timely release. Again, exclusive cover. I'm always happy. And the final comic that is in here is another exclusive. Divinity 3, #1, Stalinverse. Earth is new god, or Earth has a new god. The world you know is gone. Welcome to Stalinverse, where the Soviet Union rules the planet. Divinity 3, Stalinverse #1 features exclusive variant by Cat Cosplay. Alright, so Valiant has put out this third volume of their Divinity series, written by Matt Kindt. Had Trevor Hairsine, Ryan Wynn, and David Barron do the art. The first issue blew me away. It's absolutely fantastic. Valiant consistently puts out some of the best comic events out there from any publisher. It's a Cat cosplay variant. Valiant decided to have some fun last month, I believe, and then put out a whole bunch of Cat cosplay variants. So if you really want to get your full collection of Cat cosplay, you need this. Overall, the comic is absolutely amazing. I can't recommend it enough. I think everyone from the graphic policy team that's read it has fallen in love with it. The first 2 volumes of Divinity, if you haven't read them, are absolutely amazing. Matt Kindt has written them all, and they've blown me away. It's the best way of putting it. It's just top-notch comic writing to just amazing levels. Yeah, absolutely blows me away. But we'll go with that. There was supposed to be a 4th variant, but that wasn't in here. Instead, Nerdblock sent out an email saying they're replacing items with some others. There was supposed to be a Power Rangers Justice League #1 exclusive. I think that's coming down the road. Instead, we get 2 bendable figures of Batman the Animated Adventures, Robin and Batman. So we get these figures instead, which are kind of cool. Like, I'm not the biggest of the bendable figures. I love the action figures from Batman the Animated Series, but you know, though I love Batman, this is really the new Batman Adventures, the Batman Animated Series, all that. Like, I love it as a whole. I'd rather have the actual action figures and 1 action figure than 2 bendable figures. But, you know, kudos to Nerdblock and Comic Block for not being able to deliver on something and instead, you know, putting in not just like 1 other dinky item, but, you know, 2 decent items. So while I'd rather have the comic, or I'd rather have maybe the actual action figure from Batman the Animated Adventures, the 2 bendable figures are not that bad, putting in there instead. So I believe we get the Justice League, Power Rangers, Justice League #1 in a future block. So overall, not that bad. There's some cool comics, some variants. I like the t-shirt. I like the figures. It's not too bad. You get, of course, the exclusive Poison Ivy little Bombshell figure, so you know, if you're really into Bombshells, you'll probably dig that one as well. Overall, it's a decent comic block. I think comic block runs about $30 or so with shipping and everything. So, you know, you're just going to have to determine whether or not it's a value for you. I think this one was actually pretty decent. You know, yeah. Just go with that. I think this one's pretty decent. If you want your own comic block, you can sign up now. There's a link below this video. It's an affiliate link, so you do help promote, help our site a little bit, so we get a small percentage of the purchase. By just watching the video, you help support our site, so thank you very much for that. If you're into comic books and you're watching this video, you probably are. You can check us out every single day at graphicpolicy.com. We got interviews, previews, reviews, just tons of stuff, news in general, like every single day. You should check it out. We run something 24 hours a day, 7 days a week for, you know, pretty much the most part. Every so often we miss things a little bit here and there, but it's pretty much 24/7 when you actually figure that out. You can also follow us on Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, Tumblr, all at Graphic Policy, keeping it nice and consistent. So until next time, thanks for watching. Keep on reading those comics, and keep it geeky. Hey, thanks for watching the previous video from Graphic Policy Television. Just by watching, you help support our site. Thank you so much. Now, if you're watching these videos, you probably care about geeky things like movies, television, comic books, toys, games, video games. you name it. You can go and subscribe right now to our YouTube channel to stay in touch and catch all the new videos, or check out our website at graphicpolicy.com. There's a nice link on this end of the video. But as always, thank you for watching. Keep on rocking and keep it geeky.